we're sailing out of the South Pacific. What started as a wild dream is becoming a line around the world. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, I feel scared. Hey, baby, the boat, come help me! 11,000 nautical miles of ocean, volcanoes rising out of the sea, anchorages so remote you sometimes wonder if you are the only ones here. For the last few months, we've been sailing through the kind of paradise that most people only ever get to dream about. But now we're sailing out of the South Pacific, out of the world's largest and potentially most legendary ocean playgrounds. With nothing but the horizon ahead, we set off from Vanuatu a few days ago on a 3,000 nautical mile crossing west to Indonesia. And this is how it started. Officially leaving the South Pacific. Our classic boat is taking us around the world. Not someday, not in theory, right now. She's doing it wave by wave, mile by mile, against every odd. Although when we started, we said we were going to sail around the world. And some said we would never make it past the Florida Keys. But 2.5 years, 3 continents in, and nearly 25,000 nautical miles later, we're still going. Because she's still going. This boat was built in a different era, when things were made to last. She has carried us through storms, across oceans, and into a version of life that we had only dreamed of. And now, she's carrying us again, out of Vanuatu, out into the open Pacific, and toward another foreign coastline and a horizon we've never crossed. This isn't a highlight reel, this is day 1 of 27, but already the sea is showing off, and we're reminded this life is loud in the most beautiful ways. Sometimes in the form of dolphins, others it's just wind, sun, and silence. Out here, things slow down, land life fades, and for a moment you forget the deadlines, errands, and the noise, because it's just you, the sea, and the sails pulling you forward. And as the sun begins to set on this first day, we settle into that rhythm again, that deep, steady rhythm that only a good boat, a wide ocean, and a bigger-than-life dream can give you. Because our classic boat isn't just taking us around the world, she's taking you too, one wave at a time. And now here we are closing out day 4, about to tick over to day 5 at sea on this passage, and we have sailed around 515 nautical miles so far. We'll soon be leaving the Pacific Ocean for good and sailing across the Coral Sea and then through the Torres Strait, which I actually read is filled with crocodiles. After the Torres Strait, 50 feet onward into the Indian Ocean until we reach the shores of Bali. Y'all, this adventure is a dream come true. Just husband and wife and the wild, endless blue aboard our sailing boat named Tela. By the time we step foot in Bali, this will be the line we've drawn across the planet in just over 2 years of our circumnavigation. What started as a wild dream is becoming a line around the world. Y'all, this is not a vacation. This is a legacy. And being out here, sometimes I start to remember what life's like on land in the USA and about how somewhere out there right now, someone's stuck in traffic. And here we are completely alone sailing across ocean. And it gives me chills realizing what we are actually doing and the stories we will have for the rest of our lives because we just went through it. We have one sail out on the pole and it is forward. We have our Genoa out and then we have full downwind sailing. There's a big bird, as many sailors call it, pole and roll. That is what we are doing. Even though we have excellent wind and we are super happy about that, and it feels like it has been a minute since we had like such good consistent winds. This is the type of sailing, wind, waves, and all of the above, the whole package, where you just have to grab something and hold on tight the whole time. So many of you love Sean's bourbon segments. And since it's been such a hit on Tela, we started a new bourbon channel where Sean goes bourbon hunting, and his humor and southern style are sure to keep y'all glued to the screen. There's some mild adult language throughout the preview of his channel. Episodes in 3, 2, 1.
We got a bottle of this, or I'd be snatching this one up. Couldn't turn in quicker. It's got my first Penelope. I felt like a fine horse with a new saddle. Well, this is fun. Higher than giraffe coochie, y'all. There's a speakeasy here. Rice whiskey, y'all. Known as BFE. You heard of whiskey dick? American dollars are higher than eagle's titties. We're just old country folks.
So if this sounds like something y'all are interested in, he has bi-weekly videos over on his Sippin The South YouTube channel, and we've got it linked in the description and in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now, back to Tela. So it is our 7th night at sea. Please excuse the way I look, but I was just like sitting back here on my night watch. Y'all, a freaking fish, huge, well, a huge flying fish. It was huge to be a flying fish. Freaking flew through here, slapped me in the shoulder, and like fell in the cockpit. But it looks like it like died because it like literally never moved again. So I took the first sleep and I got up at around midnight-ish. We've got like 20-something knots of wind right now. That's what's happening on night 7 at sea. That night at sea, the winds picked up and shifted from behind us to a sharp beam angle, which meant one thing. We had to take that whisker pole down that we were using for downwind sailing and reconfigure the sails. And as always, it never happens in daylight. It's usually pitch black out when these things decide to change. With winds holding steady in the high 20s and gusting into the low 30s, we decided to play it safe and set the staysail for the night, waiting on daybreak to see what was next. By the next morning, things had eased up enough for us to get that staysail put back up and unfurl the Genoa. We think we saw some dolphins. Let's see if they'll keep showing up. We got big waves. We saw either a dolphin or a big fish. It's day 8 at sea. That didn't last long because before we knew it, the wind climbed again, forcing us right back to the staysail. What the camera never quite shows is how quickly conditions can absolutely flip at sea. Sean and I usually trade off naps during the day, and I had already had mine, so I was on watch while he got some rest. And of course, that is when things took a turn. The wind shot up into the mid to upper 30s, and it was time to call in Captain Sean.
Here, baby. Baby. The boat. Come help me. Come help me. Sorry. Just got scared.
I'll be the first to admit, I'm definitely the scaredy cat. But Sean is the opposite. Calm, steady, and razor focused. In the moments that shake me, his mental strength locks me back in. And if I could say one thing about Sean, it's that he works better under pressure than anyone I've ever met. And thank God for that, because when I freeze under pressure, he's already moving and making a plan on how to fix the situation. And in this case, he decided we should back the sail and heave to for a moment, letting Tela settle as the seas built higher. But soon things smoothed out, as smooth as the open ocean gets. The deck even began to dry, though every so often a big roller would come through, rocking and rolling us back and forth.
There's a ship out there. Way out there. Looks like some weather's coming. Woo, look at that wave. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my gosh. Oh, I feel scared.
And with that, thank y'all for joining us on this passage aboard Tela. Before we roll into next week's preview, make sure to hit that like button, leave us a comment, because we love reading what y'all have to say. We try our best to respond to as many comments as we can. And y'all, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next adventure. And we'll see y'all next time on Sailing Tela. Next time on Sailing Tela.
Oh gosh. We are going through the Torres Strait.
Tela from the Australian Border Force aircraft. Good evening, sir.
It's good to know they're out there.
Going through the Torres Strait, passing a big old ship.
Bali, here we come.
No.